Welcome to One Pan Nan. I'm Nan Kelley, and today we have traveled north to Elwood, Indiana, the home of Red Gold Tomatoes, a fourth-generation family-owned company. They've been doing tomatoes right since 1942. Brian and Selita Reichart are the owners, and I am going to cook up a chicken Parmesan lasagna with Selita, made, of course, with delicious Red Gold tomatoes.
Glad you're here.
Thank you
Come on
so
in.
much, Selita. This is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, I love it. And you've already started the chicken.
We
That's
have.
wonderful.
We've already breaded the chicken. We're going to make a really great
what are we
chicken
cooking?
Parmesan
Yum.
lasagna.
Made with delicious.
Which is a little bit different than normal.
Well, that's. I think I told you. This is the brand that I buy. This
We're
is the brand.
glad of it.
It's I think my husband needs to make me some new cabinets because the tomato cabinet is starting to sag from
We
all
are
the way.
heavy. Yeah, we are heavy.
I told your son Colt, I said the reason I buy Red Gold, the reason I started to buy Red Gold in the first place, what's on this label? Grown by families since 1942.
Yeah.
Describe that relationship that you have with your family farmers.
Well, we've always had this legacy. My husband's grandfather started the company. He bought a burnt-out canning factory in 1942, and he started it to feed the troops from World War II. And so he invited family farmers to join in with him, and they canned two things: tomatoes and tomato puree. And then he knew all the farmers, and that kind of legacy is just stuck. So we know all of our family farms, and we have 52 of them, and all of our tomatoes are grown on family farms in Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio. And we do know them, and we think they're part of the Red Gold family, and they do too.
This is the culture here at Red Gold. I mean, these are people that you pick up the phone, you all collaborate to bring the best tomatoes to the market.
We do. We like to know all of our employees as well. We have about 1,500 of them. So we try really hard to know them.
Well, you do a good job of knowing them. You've got two great ones here, by the way. Thank you, Lydia and Beth, for taking care of us. Well, do you want to get started, and then we can just kind of talk along the way, because I am hungry.
Okay. Well, first of all, we're going to open these cans. We've already breaded the chicken. We dredged it in some flour, and then in some egg wash, and then in some Parmesan and panko bread crumbs. And so now we're going to open this big old can of crushed tomatoes.
So we've got crushed, and we have basil, garlic, and oregano.
And that's the same thing. We need two of those.
Two of those.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to not drain these, because we need all the liquid that we can get so that the noodles will cook while they bake.
So having kids, Colt and Bo, are having two sons that are truly make it a fourth generation. When did they know, or you as a mom, when did you know, okay, my sons are going to be in this business and this is going to continue for another generation?
You know, the factory and the manufacturing areas were always kind of like a built-in babysitter, especially when they were just a little bit older. And by that I mean like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
You could always take them with you to work and have them sweep, or
sweep. Did you sweep, Colt?
or open some cans and bottles that need to be opened, or taking labels off of something that didn't label right. So they always had something to do. We never really pushed that they should join the family business. That's something that we kind of think they should make up their own mind.
Right.
But we were delighted when they decided to. But it wasn't until about halfway through college where they said, I think I want to do that.
Yeah.
So that seemed like a great time. Before that, it might have been something where they felt like they were pushed into it or guilted into it, and we didn't want them to do that. So what we're going to do first here is we're going to take about a cup and a half.
Okay. About. Gotcha.
And now we're going to put in our
lasagna noodles, unbaked.
Unbaked. And I'll tell you why. It's a lot easier to spread the rest of the things on the lasagna noodles.
When they're not baked.
When they're not loose.
Because they tend to stick around.
And also they're easier to break to make it fit.
We were over at the headquarters before we came to Selita's and noticed this humongous check sitting there for...
It's the Run to Crush Hunger,
Run to
and
Crush Hunger.
it's a big day in our little town because we not only have the run, which a lot of people like walking or running. We have a family walk as well, but we have a big chili cook-off, and it's the 29th year for that.
Oh, that's great.
And we have, all kinds of fun vendors and a whole bunch of different people, about 30 different people and organizations making chili. And so it's a great big family day, and the Pacers are there, and the Colts are there, and we had a wonderful beer and wine garden. We have a DJ. It's a great day for us. Okay. We'll just, can we use our fingers?
Absolutely.
Great, because it'd be a lot easier.
So we're gonna just take the
Yeah,
chicken
we're just gonna take
and
about a third of it and sprinkle it on here.
So so you grew up on a farm with your dad's farm. So how did you meet?
So my husband's family, of course, were canners. They had the Red Gold Canning Company. And my daddy was a farmer, and he grew tomatoes as well as many other crops.
Gotcha.
And
Enough for now?
my husband's parents and my parents were friends. And my husband always, we need more sauce.
More sauce?
My husband always likes to tease that his mother made him ask me out, but I don't really think that's true. So, because they were friends though, when he did ask me out, I think everybody was kind of delighted, that hey, this is kind of fun.
They look good together.
Yeah. And then my husband went to Culver Military Academy, and I went to public school, and then we ended up going to Purdue together. And eventually, much later, in our late 20s, we got together. So.
Then I'm glad his mama made him ask you out. If she really did, indeed.
Well, I don't really know the true story on that. He loves to tease me about that, and I don't know if it's true or not. I'm kind of hoping it's not.
I like the practices that you all have.
We always kind of tease it. We recycled before the word became, a word.
Yeah.
Because that is kind of a fairly new word,
Sure.
And we even take our rocks back to the field. Rocks that come off the truck, we gather them all up and take them back to the field.
Because it's part of the field culture.
Right. Vines and stems and all that kind of thing go back to the field. We even squeegee off any mud in the water and take that back as well.
What are some of the criteria that you have for some of your family farming?
Well, we have an agricultural department, and they are completely dedicated to just the growing and the harvesting of the tomatoes.
Yeah.
So I'm not an expert on that, but I know that they, from the time the seeds are planted and they make little seedlings and then they're taken to the field and planted, they have an agricultural person that is with them with every decision so that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, for sure. Are we on the same page? Am I holding you up?
We put the
talking too
ricotta on, and
much.
I don't think I even talked about the ricotta, but after you put the noodles on, you put a layer of ricotta.
Gotcha. You do more chicken. More
And
chicken.
leave some for the last layer.
Is this too much? Are we
No.
good?
And then more of this.
The red gold red zone, right?
Red gold red zone. Every time the Colts get into the red zone and score from the red zone, we give 1,200 pounds of food to the food pantries. And we've been lucky enough to have Mr. Peyton Manning and Mr. Andrew Luck, who score a lot of touchdowns. So we've been able to get a lot of food out to the food pantries.
What do some of your customers say about your philanthropic reach? I mean, that has to be one of the reasons why people buy the product, like I buy it for us particularly.
Well, we've won several awards from our customers on that type of thing. They give awards for our quality. They've given awards for our sustainability, but they've given awards for our social consciousness as well.
That's good.
So, yeah, we're happy. We're happy to have that.
Good for you. Oh, this is looking great.
Okay, I think I called this Parmesan. It's actually mozzarella because at the very end I'm going to put this Parmesan on top.
On the top.
Yeah.
It's not new in terms of the culture of the company, but I love seeing it on television and hearing about it. Grown by families, enjoyed by families.
It's grown by families. Every single tomato is grown by a family farm, and it's enjoyed by families. And we like to think of our whole employee group is one big family, and they certainly like their own product. They're very proud of it and very careful in making it. So,
Are we good? Are we ready
okay,
to
well,
go?
we covered it real tightly with this foil so that it'll steam like you said before.
Got it
and then
for
we're going to put it in
an
the
hour?
oven at 350 for an hour.
Okay, perfect.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I am salivating like Pavlov's dog.
Okay, we just took this out. It's been in the oven for an hour.
That's great.
350 degrees, and it's all nice and melty. And this almost looks like croutons, but that's the chicken.
No, that's the
And now
chicken.
we got this fresh basil,
That's
and we're
lovely.
so lucky to have this. This came right out of my herb garden, but
Yum.
today's maybe the last day.
Last day for it.
We're gonna get it.
Will you let me do something? Would
You wanna do that?
At the end of this recipe, I go to work.
Okay. Well, we want to put some fresh basil on that. It's just going to
Yum.
make it.
Okay, did I do okay for you?
I think you did. Okay.
Sprinkle that enough. That's
All right.
yummy.
Let's make sure we get some of that
Delicious.
basil when we cut this up.
That's great.
There you go.
That is delicious.
Well, great.
Now, Red Gold Tomatoes, the website is redgoldtomatoes.com, so you can check that out. Recipes, you guys have tons of recipes there, don't you?
So if you're looking for a recipe,
Yeah.
they will all have tomatoes in them.
Then they
Okay.
should. Thank you very much for letting us in your home, Selita.
Thank you for coming.
Enjoy.
Welcome to Indiana.
Thank you very much. I'm going to just finish it. Grown by families, enjoyed by families.